Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Today we're jumping right in with some stretches you can do while still on your stationary bike after your workout. I've had years of expertise being a cycle instructor, so I thought I'd share some things that I love to do right after I'm done with class. So use your braking system first off, come up out of the saddle, pressing your heels down towards the ground. Your toes should almost want to tilt up, pushing those hips back. We come onto our forearms. Now here it should just be an easy stretch in the calves. Some may feel it even up into the back of the hamstrings. Now if you want to push the hips a little further back, you're more than welcome to. I tend to rest my hands on the handlebars and just hold this position for no more than 45 seconds. Another one that I love is pushing the hips back, but this time pointing your toes that are still clipped into the bike and curling over that back. You're rounding that spine, navel is towards the spine, and you see me leaning from right to left. What that's getting are those nice side parts of our back that sometimes they feel a little tight and we're wondering how we can get those. This is a great way. Come out of that gently. Now, another stretch that requires unclipping one foot or taking your foot out of the gauge is just a nice forward fold. You're taking that foot onto the handlebars right in front of you, sitting up nice and tall on the sit bones. You inhale and reach over. Nice long exhale as you stretch. Now, if you need a little help, you can always take your towel, wrap it around the mid-foot, I would say, and just gently hold the stretch there. I just like to reach as far as I can, and I think of reaching my chest towards my knee instead of trying to bring my forehead towards my knee. Now, another thing I like to add while I'm over the leg already is to take that inside hand and to just reach that outside hand up towards the ceiling and look towards that hand as well. You'll feel like a deeper stretch in the hamstring and also a bit in the IT band, which is an area we miss a lot. Gently roll up out of that stretch and take your time. Another stretch you can do is a simple twist, keeping your body right where it was. Just take that inside hand to the outside knee, reach that other hand back, and just hold the twist as long as you feel you need. Now, another great one requires taking that gap and placing your foot in between that gap. Now you gently pull yourself up. You can open the knee here for a nice hip stretch and maybe hold it there or reach your arms forward like I just did. This is a great way to open up the hip. You see me pointing down, that means that clipped in foot is still having that heel towards the ground, just like our first stretch. Now, another thing that you can do if you feel like you need a deeper stretch is just taking the foot across that gap, that middle section of your handlebars. If this works for you and if it's comfortable, and do the same thing you did in the first stretch I showed for the hip. Another simple stretch is just knee to chest, rolling out the ankle in both directions. It's good to get that ankle flexion going because you are cooped up in the shoe and clipped in for quite some time. Now, a good old quad stretch. I like to never have the body willy-nilly. I always like to have the shoulders and the hips square. You want the ribs tucked in and not poking out. And just reaching that arm with energy all the way through the fingertips. Feeling that stretch into the quad. Some might feel it a bit into the hip flexor. If you want just a better grip, you can always take both hands and grab the foot behind you, like you see me doing here. And another version of this is just getting some support while you do this stretch and just placing your hand onto your handlebar in front of you. I love getting the sides of my body, so making a steeple or interlacing the fingers for however long you need, just going from side to side. Keeping the fingers interlaced, I always like to just circle forward, really pushing away from the body, curling over that spine. Navel towards the spine is a great way to get that upper back stretch. Now, if you want to open up the chest and the shoulders, still interlace those fingers and push and send energy towards the ground and look up as you open up the chest and the shoulders. This feels so good. Now, hear me when I say This next part is not necessary. It's literally what I just did in the saddle, except you can do this out of the saddle. If you didn't know how, I'm going to show you. Your pubic bone is up against that back bar, so you have the support of your handlebars. You're clipped in with both feet, so there should be no reason why you feel like you're going to fall. Now, if this is painful or that pubic bone area is very sensitive for you, then just do this in the saddle. There's no reason that you have to do this. It's just another option if you'd like. I do a back bend here sometimes. It requires a little bit of ab help, but not much. Same thing here, you can open up with a chest opener, shooting those hands towards the ground. Let me know if you have any questions or want to hear about any other stretches. Just know that if you do a stretch on your right side or a set of stretches on your right side, that you also repeat it on your left side for the same amount of time. I hope you leave your bikes balanced and feeling good after your workouts. Be well, take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next video.